Okay, so let's take a look at number 1. So I'm going to rewrite that over here. We have 7p plus 8p minus 12 equals 59. Again, whenever I do this type of problem, I want to circle the number with the letter and draw my wall. Notice that we have 2 circles on the same side. That means I need to start on that side, take those 2 circles, and make them 1. So adding these 2 together, 7 plus 8 is 15p. Minus 12 equals 59. Now we went from 2 circles to 1. Again, circle the number and the letter. My wall's already here. And look next to the circle. There's a minus 12. We have to look at what's the opposite of minus 12. That would be plus 12. So what a plus 12 to both sides. When you do that, these are opposites. They cancel. And I'm left with 15p equals 59 plus 12, which is 71. From here, we have a number next to a letter, which means we have to divide then to get our answer. So if you go to your calculator and put 71 over 15 in your calculator, you'll see that it is 4.73 repeating. The answer that you want to do is put it in that form. And how did we get there? We took this number and divided it in that equation right there. 71 divided by 15, you end up getting 4. And then your remainder is 11, which then you get 4 and 11/15 as your answer. Okay? Let's take a look at number 2. Number 2, we have negative 2, 3x plus 9 equals 24. The number on the outside is the little bunny foo-foo hopping and multiplying. So negative 2 times 3 is negative 6x. Negative 2 times 9 is negative 18, and that equals 24. The parentheses are removed. Now I go back to circle, draw my wall. That circle tells me to start on that side and do what's next to it. It's a minus 18. So that becomes plus 18 to both sides. That cancels, and I get negative 6x equals 42. I have a number next to a letter. That's a negative 6x, so I have to divide both sides by negative 6. When I do that, I end up with x equals negative 7. Let's take a look at number 3. Now we're looking at fractions, and they have different denominators. Okay, so we need to make this denominator the same as that denominator. So how do I change it so I have equal fractions? So if I have 2 over 7, common denominator is 14, because 7 and 14 are the 2 numbers we're looking at. I can change 2 over 7 to a common denominator of 14. So 7 times 2 gives me 14, so I have to take 2 times 2 to get 4. So now I have 4/14 as my new fraction. So now I can take this number and rewrite it as 4 over 14m plus 3m over 14. Hold on one second. Let me fix this real quick. I should have had 4m and 14 equals 1. So now I can add these two fractions together. Now that we have a common denominator. And when I do that, since the denominators are the same, it stays 14 on the bottom. And 4 plus 3 is 7m equals 1. So now we're left with this, which I just rewrote up here. So a fraction next to the letter means I'm going to flip it, the reciprocal, and multiply both sides by 14 over 7. These cancel, and I get m equals 14 over 7 times 1 is actually 2. 14 over 7 is 2, and then 2 times 1 is 2. Let's take a look at number 4. You want to take a look at where my number and letter is and draw my wall. This time, the letter is on the other side, just like it was on the left side. Now it's on the right side. So I look at the circle and see what's next to it. It's a 2.4, so I need to do the opposite. So I got a minus 2.4 to both sides. And when I do that, if you're not sure how to take 1.2 minus 2.4, go ahead into your calculator. 1.2 minus 2.4. 1.2 minus, is that 2.4? Okay, 2.4. Oh, I didn't have the equal sign. Let me try that one more time. 1.2 minus 2.4, and that answer is negative 1.2. So go back here. Negative 1.2, that equals, cancel that out, negative 0.6x. I have a number next to the letter, which means I have to divide them apart and divide both sides by negative 0.6, negative 0.6. Make sure you have the point in there. When we go back to our calculator, we can go x, we can do negative 1.2 divided by 0.6. So we have negative 1.2, negative 1.2 divided by 0.6, and we have negative 2. So this side equals negative 2. Those cancel. X equals negative 2. Well, let's take a look at that. Is that the right answer? A negative over a negative is a positive, so it's actually positive 2. So when I put it in the calculator, I forgot to put the negative 1 in there. Okay, so looking back at the calculator, a slight error with that was I should have made the bottom number negative. Okay, so your answer is actually positive 2. Okay.